Hey guys, how you doing? It's Craig Campbell from Pastor Craig's Vintage Cards, and just another quick video on a real interesting football card as I'm going through them and writing up little biographies on the cards and putting them into the binder. I came across this Gene Mingo card from the 1971 Topps football set. And again, Gene Mingo, another guy that I remember the card. I can remember as a kid thinking it was kind of a funny name, Gene Mingo, and to be a kicker. And I thought, well, that's just kind of interesting that he has a card. As I did a little bit of research on Gene, quite an amazing player, quite an amazing story, actually. He had dropped out of high school and joined the United States Navy. And while he was in the Navy, he played on a naval base team, and he was quite a good football player. Well, he got out of the Navy and he went back home to Akron, Ohio, and he got a job working at Goodyear. In 1960, when the AFL was about to start, he wrote a letter to the Denver Broncos, and they invited him out for a tryout, and he signed a contract, and he became a Denver Bronco with no college experience and hadn't even played really high school football. And so he's on the Broncos, and he actually scores the first punt return touchdown in AFL history in the first AFL game, and he scored the first points in what is now Mile High Stadium in Denver. He kicked a field goal to score the first points in that game. And he led the AFL in scoring in 1960 with 123 points. In 1962, he had 137 points, and after both of those years, he was an AFL All-Star. But Gene also holds the record for most touchdown passes thrown in a game by a halfback with two. In one game in 1962, I believe it was, he threw two touchdown passes as a halfback, and that record still stands today. And Gene played for the Raiders, 64 to 65, the Dolphins, 66 to 67. He played for the Redskins in 67 also. He was out of football in 68 and played for the Steelers in 69 and 70. And he ended up with 112 field goals for his career and 213 extra points. He rushed for 777 yards as a halfback, had 52 receptions for a total of 12 touchdowns from the line of scrimmage. Plus, he had through those two touchdown passes, and he had 52 kick returns in his career, resulting in one touchdown. And Gene Mingo was inducted into the Broncos Ring of Fame in 2014. And quite a story for a guy that never went to college, didn't even play high school football. And I bet you probably didn't know this about Gene Mingo, that he holds an NFL record that still stands. Two touchdown passes by a halfback in one game, and was a prolific scorer in the early days of the AFL. And just a real neat story about a guy in the collection that most people, including me, would just simply overlook and really give him no credence. But Gene Mingo was one heck of an all-around football player. So I hope you enjoyed this story, and until next time, take care.